What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this one, we have another very interesting update to kind of bring you along with this AMC and APE kind of saga that we have going on this week. So the first thing that we kind of have to go over is, well, there's a screenshot circulating around that there's apparently 51 billion APE shares. We're going to be breaking that down in depth for you guys so that you guys understand exactly what is going on. We have something very interesting going on with APE's short interest right now, and I have an explanation as to why it has skyrocketed so quickly. Well, there's actually two of them here. And again, there is another article circulating around kind of asking Gary Gensler to resign. So we have a lot of things to cover in here. So guys, before we get into all of that information, if you do enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you guys in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who do want to learn. If you guys do want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Now, first, I do want to highlight a couple of our 1348 members over here that have been absolutely crushing it. We say we're the best place to come and learn how to trade for a reason, and these are some of the reasons why here. Last 1 week P&L, 49% here. Days P&L, 3%, 4%. Lots of solid trades being taken over here. Dawn with a 13.3% gain. Again, Pythagoras, Invictus, the alerts, everything is out right now. If you guys are interested in kind of taking the market into your own hands, make sure you guys check out that link down below. Now, kind of getting into AMC right now, currently at the current time that I'm recording this, we have AMC sitting at around $9.43. And then when we come over to APE, about $6.67. We're sitting right around $15, $16 when you combine these two. Now, going into the short interest on AMC right here, well, we have seen it actually step up recently, 21.18% right here, and the estimated amount of shares that are actually sold short into the open market is 109 million, and the cost to borrow is also stepping up as well. Now, when we come over to APE here, we are going to see a pretty significant step up in short interest, about a nominal 4% higher, 25.72% estimated short interest now. So there's two main reasons why this short interest could be so high, and it came out so quick. One, we have seen from a lot of different brokers that if you are short AMC going into the dividend date, then you are also short APE. So that's kind of one of the reasons why we could see this short interest step up so quickly. And the second reason is a little bit more nefarious. So when you think about what APE is actually used for, it's to raise money in order to pay off a lot of AMC's debt or kind of pay off most of it. Now, if you are a short and you see that AMC has now released something that they're going to use to try and pay off their debt by diluting it in the future, well, if these shorts see that, they're going to come in and try to make sure APE is going to be as low as possible so that AMC is going to struggle to raise more money. So I would keep a close eye on this short interest number and the actual price movement of APE going into the next couple of weeks, because if the shorts are not successful in pushing the share price down and keeping it there, well, they run the risk of having APE skyrocket if there's enough buying pressure that ends up coming in, maybe from institutions or retail investors that are perfectly fine with giving money into APE to kind of make sure that AMC can pay off their debt. They run the risk of having APE significantly increase, and then AMC is able to raise even more money than initially thought. So that's kind of the two explanations of kind of what's going on here with the short interest of APE. Now, I want to talk briefly about what is going on with the screenshot circulating around from Vanguard saying that there's, I believe, 51 billion? Yeah, 51.8 billion APE shares. AMC Entertainment Holdings preferred equity unit, we see that the quote 662, and you can see that the outstanding shares is 51.68 billion. Now, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and a lot of these different social media sites saying, well, this is evidence of all of the synthetic shorts. They're broadcasting it on Vanguard right now. There's actually 51 billion shares out there. Not necessarily. We have to keep a very, very close eye on these exact sequence of numbers here. 5168, 51.68 billion. Now, going back over into AMC's company press release that's really talking about APE, AMC Entertainment Holdings announced a special dividend of AMC preferred equity units. When we look here regarding the dividend, Adam Aron, AMC Entertainment Chairman and CEO, commented, "Today we are rewarding and recognizing our passionate and supportive shareholders both to our shareholders in the US and internationally, with a dividend of AMC preferred equity units that will trade on the New York Stock Exchange under ticker symbol APE. Shareholders will receive one AMC preferred equity unit for each company issue shared of AMC common stock that they own. Here it is right here. This means that based on our 516,820,595 shares outstanding, we will be issuing 516,820,595. Look at the sequence. 5168. What most likely happened here, and we've seen this many, many times, is that Vanguard just has some sort of weird glitch in their system where they're calculating these outstanding shares completely incorrect. Now, I know a lot of you guys that are watching this video right now are going to say, well, yeah, even though it may be a glitch, why do so many of these glitches happen to AMC all of the time? Well, I would kind of like to bring you guys an example of, let's just say you got a brand new car that you may not have actually seen before. Now, when you're driving on the road, you're going to randomly start seeing these cars everywhere. You thought it was something of scarcity or value, and you then started to see these cars everywhere, and you're like, well, why am I starting to see my car everywhere now? Everybody must have them. That little psychological phenomenon is most likely what's happening with AMC, GME, and all of these glitches here. We are looking for these glitches all of the time, and every now and then we're going to find them. I bet these things are happening to a lot of other stocks too. We just aren't seeing them all of the time because we're not actively looking. Now, even though that is the logical explanation as to what has actually gone on with this screenshot here, well, some of you guys might be thinking, well, even then, there's most likely still shares out of APE that shouldn't actually be out there, or there should be more shares out there. There could be some quote-unquote synthetics out there. And again, I would say I completely agree with you. Since there was already short interest on AMC, we already know that there's more shares out there than there actually should be. That's with any given stock. They loan the shares out, they sell those shares to somebody else, and at least two people can own the same share. So yes, absolutely, there is going to most likely be a little bit of an issue with these APE shares and making sure everybody gets what they need. But again, with that situation with Vanguard, it's just a little bit of a clerical glitch that they have on their end. Now, I do want to briefly talk about this Gary Gensler situation because Forbes just came out with this article that's just absolutely bashing Gary and everything that the SEC is doing. So when we come over here, Gensler's SEC demands complex, bewildering disclosures on how financial assets affect the weather, develops discriminatory rules without procedure and input, and applies regulation not by rule of law, but caprice. He rejects constitutional checks and balances, bristling at congressional oversight, which dares to question the new SEC environment, social and governance orthodoxy. He weaponizes the SEC's war on cryptocurrency by claiming that every digital asset is probably a security. The SEC has not developed forthright policy on cryptocurrency, Congress has not instructed it to do so, and commissioners have never voted on a position. But Gensler nonetheless urges startups to come in and talk to us about, quote, getting registered. The agency's Freedom of Information Act office flippantly rejects investors' good faith requests for clarity and information. And we've actually seen this. I've spoken to people who have actually tried to get information from the SEC with these Freedom of Information Act requests, and it's taken months for no apparent reason. So essentially what they are saying here is that the SEC is pretty much useless. Gary Gensler needs to step down, and somebody else needs to come in and try to clean up our markets here. But again, with the way that the system is set up right now, the SEC is really going to be able to regulate things and try to basically put in these new rules after major events happen. So I wouldn't really hold your breath on the SEC doing anything crazy. But again, it is kind of comical to see Forbes creating this pretty scathing article on Gary. So guys, that is going to wrap up this video here. If you guys did enjoy the information and analysis that I provided for you guys in this update, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who do want to learn. And if you guys do want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.